Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1. Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe today indicated that while there will be more interest rate rises, the current pace of hikes is set to slow. After 4 months of 50 basis point hikes, lifting the monthly interest bill on a $750,000 mortgage by more than $900, it now seems more likely that the central bank will take some time to assess the impact of higher rates. Dr. Lowe said the bank was conscious of the lags in the operation of monetary policy and, all else being equal, the argument for a slower pace of increase in interest rates has become stronger as the level of the cash rate rises. After this week's rate hike, many economists said that the official cash rate was close to neutral, having neither a stimulatory or contractionary effect on the economy, and it seems like Dr. Lowe is agreeing. Story number 2. The local equity market gained ground all day today and extended those gains after Dr. Lowe's lunchtime speech. By the end of the session, the market closed up nearly 2% to 6,845 points. Quite a day. The tech sector led the way, gaining more than 3%. The big miners also did well, with Fortescue jumping 5%, Rio Tinto 2.7% higher, and BHP rising nearly 2%. Lithium stocks did well, with both Pilbara Minerals and Allkem hitting all-time highs. Liontown Resources and Mineral Resources also did well. Woodside Energy was worst on the day, down 5.5% after going ex-dividend. The banks were stronger, led by Macquarie, which jumped more than 3%. CSL was up 2%. Story number 3. Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers is readying the electorate for a tough budget next month and then again next year, nominating a number of sectors that need close scrutiny. His first budget next month will mostly focus on election promises, including $5 billion of extra childcare subsidies. It will also start to repair the nation's $1 trillion net debt problem. The areas which he said Australians needed to make sure they valued are NDIS, aged care, hospitals and defence. They, of course, are the biggest spending parts of the budget, along with the servicing of interest payments. Dr. Chalmers said Australians need to face up to the challenge and we need greater transparency over the fiscal outlook. Story number 4. The proposed acquisition of Link Administration Holdings by Canadian group Dye & Durham has gotten the Competition Watchdog's approval. Finally, this was always a fly in the ointment of this deal and the reason why Link has been trading at a discount to the offer price. But the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission has accepted a court enforceable undertaking from Dye & Durham to divest its existing Australian business that competed with conveyancing group PEXA. Now, PEXA is 43% owned by Link. By divesting, Dye & Durham will be able to keep the shareholding that Link currently owns in PEXA. All a bit confusing. Good news, though, for Dye & Durham, and also Link shareholders. Link's share price jumped more than 6% yesterday. And finally, story number 5. It was a better night and morning on Wall Street with stock indices rising. The tech-heavy Nasdaq snapped a 7-session losing run, jumping more than 2%. The broader-based S&P 500 rose nearly 2% as well. It came after the US Federal Reserve's Beige Book, which gives its view of what's happening on the ground, said price pressures were expected to exist at least until the end of the year. The Fed next meets on 21 September, and investors expect another hike in interest rates in the world's biggest economy. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022. Adam Lang and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Friday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.